the angle with the white thing, the way it weights up. I do want to say something on purpose. I'm finally coming to my senses. I know I don't look like a normal person anymore to anybody, even myself, doing this. But on behalf of my sincere condolences, I'm affected. The reality is that for the family and the people associated and the sensitivity and nature of the situation, these veins. Can you see what I deal with? See these pulsing veins? They're all around me. Right? I got a coloration and everything with the crying and everything, and my chest pains and my arms and everything. I want to say, just the sincerity of the moment is the recognition of the fact that so many people are really being how sensitive it is to be a human being. I've never really demonstrated a good pathology or a social persona under a lot of duress or otherwise. I've been kind of trying too hard to be somebody I'm not. When it hits us in stages, it's a very struggling situation to work with because of the physical nature of grief or recognition of situations that may be beyond us and takes the wind out of us, for example. I want to share my ability to function and my impairment to function with the fact that I'm kind of winded. The situation is I'm thinking intimately and personally myself about my kid and my mother and my family, that I should be coordinated with people to talk to people by now to get officials to help me find them and talk to me and everything. I'm not just upset. I truly am not upset actually anymore today. I don't think I can be upset about my matters anymore. I want to get out of bed safely and function properly and realize I'm not the only one in the world anymore doing this, because I died alone prematurely like this by misadventure so far, is my obituary to myself. If I had an obituary for myself that I have to make sense of myself for, like a will, put a will together right now for the state, it's going to come in and steal everything I got in my apartment when I walk, if I'm not here to pick it up and leave under anything. I would love to give my kid everything, but he doesn't have an identity with me, and I don't know how to talk to anybody otherwise. I think in these kind of methods, I want to say messages and methodology, I think this way as a pathos when I'm in trouble. The life, changing on me, or I'm coming in and out of the firehouse basically, and I know I ain't coming out without I'm all burnt up, but I know I'm all chewed up. But the reality of the fact that we got strength at all to endure and remind ourselves, here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to remind us in Jacksonville, Florida, not my face, but the notion coming from my phone. I'm floating the idea that we're in a one family mode. Put it all aside. Gary Rossington passed away, for God's sake. We got Artissimus Pyle. We got Johnny Van Zant. We got people in town. We got 38 Special. Everybody alive that's in the family of the same keepers of the faith, keepers of the flame. So I just want to say, if we can get away with it, in my fantasy island with the Florida Theater, the ViStar Arena, stadium people with the Jaguars, NFL team, NFL affiliation, and the United States government under Governor Ron DeSantis and the mayor of Jacksonville and everybody, all points between Gainesville and otherwise, that are relevant, and everybody that wants to be involved on the right side of the law. I want all the fraternal police organizations to start thinking about charity organization and event requirements for people to start passing the notes under the table that we're going to get together and start barbecuing, and we're not going to eat each other. We're going to have a good time. And I wanted things to go with the idea that we're in a backyard having a barbecue pit, full of recognition of the moment that we're in this shit together. It's a nice day in Florida. We don't know what it is to have winter, but we do have a good time right now at the moment that the sun's 80 degrees and shiny. If only we didn't have cell phones in our face and holding these things in our bodies over it instead of, we were in an event. I would like to do, I would just like to move around better and move around with some people when it's required for me to do so under better channels. And I would be so happy to shut up and be more pronounced and professional for the environment and the political people that need to have people to keep going to work and things and eat and keep the law, right, for our kids. I'm going to keep that together. I'm growing my hair back. I feel good. I don't mean to be upsetting anyone with my shenanigans and misadventure. I really don't know who I am most of the time at myself, pace, lifestyle, under the certain qualities I'm in right now with the people or otherwise lack of understanding I'm in for me to move around effectively. I'm not asking for anybody to really go out of their way for me, but I would like to be cooperating a little more honestly the right way. And I am very sorry. I'm very sorry for the mistakes I make in my foolish nature, publicly and privately, against everybody's intentions to try to work with people like me, and then I destroy it because I'm so I'm so hateful in my own situation that I can't stand my own coping breaks down. Sometimes I got to build up my bridges instead of burning them. I'm sorry for Gary Rossington passing. Obviously, it's kind of considerate to me to think to myself that we were just thinking of each other's issues for Christmas. It goes quick, I'm very sorry. I'm very grateful, and I'm very proud to be here with the situation of the shame and humiliation of it. The physical pronunciation of this name is Lyn'yrd F'kn Skyn'yrd.